graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. Kahok.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh top boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School as we get you set for the season finale in boys Class 4A basketball as your Collinsville Kahawks play host to the East St. Louis Flyers. A very good evening once again. I am Todd Duke. Zach Roseman will be along here in just a little bit, and we welcome you in to the Cullip Jennings Flores pregame show here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Flores, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Flores is located at 517 West Clay Street. Can stop in for weekly specials and check out their website for any of their offerings before you head on into the store. CullipJennings.com is where you will find them on the internet, or simply pick up the phone and give them a call at 344-0404. Well, here's the big showdown, the big rematch of the game that was first loss of the year for Collinsville way back on December the 4th, and Collinsville has only lost 4 more games since then. It was a 67-64 buzzer beater for East St. Louis over Collinsville. And this is the rematch. Collinsville comes in at 25-5. They are 7-4 in Southwestern Conference play, and they'll be taking on the Southwestern Conference champions. That's right, the East St. Louis Flyers, 10-1 in league play, so it doesn't matter if they win or lose this game tonight. They are Southwestern Conference champions for the 2018-2019 season. Overall, East St. Louis is 23-5, so you have a battle of some state-ranked teams by the Associated Press. Collinsville, number 9 in Class 4A. East St. Louis, number 4 in Class 3A. Last game before we head to the postseason starting next week, and postseason is on our minds, and we're going to take a couple minutes and talk things over with Dave Wilhelm, formerly of the Belleville News-Democrat, now of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and we're going to talk a little playoff basketball. We'll do that next as the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show continues here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we welcome in Dave Wilhelm, formerly of the Belleville News-Democrat, now doing his thing with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good, good. We're getting towards the end. The weather's getting a little warmer, although Mother Nature wasn't too nice today, but the calendar says it's late February and it's almost over.
I know. We're almost heading into March. All right, let's talk some playoffs. Let's talk with the girls first. All of the remaining girls in the area got knocked out last night. Let's talk with CM losing to Taylorville. That one's more shocking to me than anything else because Taylorville came in with a losing record. Yeah,
CM's a team I thought could go pretty far. I definitely had them advancing last night. I thought all our teams had a good chance to advance, but CM, I've seen them play a couple of times, and they were solid. And I was really surprised by the outcome of that game.
Yeah, 11-19 Taylorville was. And beating a team that's 29-6, that's almost unheard of. All right, now a game that I didn't know which way was going to go, that was the Effingham Mater Dei game, man. That was, 27-6 Effingham team versus a 23-8 Mater Dei team. So you look at it and you're like, these two teams are really close together. And the score, Effingham wins it by 2.
That game was crazy. That's the one I was at. Effingham scored 1 point in the second quarter. They were down 20-11. Their best player, Carson Fearday, was missing shot after shot in the lane in the first half. She came out in the second half. Mater Dei was in foul trouble, so they had to go to the zone, and this girl just weaved her way through the zone, and she scored at will. Ended up with 20 points in the second half after having 2 in the first half.
Not surprisingly, maybe 4A, Edwardsville falls to Rock Island. Not surprisingly, I say, because Rock Island's been victimized by Edwardsville 4 years in a row, and you just knew that at some point the tide was going to turn.
Yeah, and they got Bray Beal, and, if they were due to beat Edwardsville's team was really good this year, but Rock Island was due, and, man, it was a close game, but they must have outplayed them probably a little deeper this year, too.
Yeah. And of all the Edwardsville teams I've watched over the years, I thought this was probably the team that would not go as far. I mean, they always have the opportunity. They always have the chance, and they always have the players to go all the way to the state tournament every year. But I figured of all the years they've been doing that, this year probably wasn't one of those years.
Yeah, I only saw them play a couple of times. They had a bunch of workmanlike players. They didn't have the superstar, I would say. And when it's like that, you always wonder, okay, who are they going to go to when it gets clutch time? But, they play so well because I think Coach Blade is such a good coach. And her teams are so prepared, and they have the right mentality to play, too.
Right.
They don't panic, and they just come at you, and they're aggressive, and they never back off. And, yeah, it was kind of surprising that they lost because we're not used to seeing them lose. But, it was probably overdue for Rock Island.
All right, let's move on to the boys. Let's start with the smaller class of schools. We got a bunch of regional championship games tonight in Class 2A and 1A. The first one on my mind, Westland versus Nashville. I used to work at a radio station out in Carlisle, and I covered both of these teams. But looking at this on paper, I would think that Westland has to feel fortunate to be there. They're 16-15 on the year, and they're going up a very good Hornets team tonight that's 30-2.
Yeah, I'll take Nashville in that game. And, we just talked about a team that was 11-19, and they lose to a team like CM, or beat a team like CM. But, yeah, I'll take Nashville in that game. I've seen Westland a couple of times. They're an okay squad, but they are a 500 team.
Yeah, Marquette 28-3 taking on Greenville 19-12 in the Southwestern Regional Championship game tonight. How do you see that one shaking out?
Marquette will slap some defense on you. And I love Steve Medford. He's a great coach. They've got a bunch of guys. They got 2 or 3 really good players, and man, they'll play defense. They get down and they get dirty on defense. I'll take Marquette in that game.
1A Regional Championship game tonight in Marissa. You have the home team. Marissa's 25-2. Versus a Oakville team that's 18-12, but you can never count them out.
No, John Krause, great coach, McKendree graduate, great coach. And now Marissa's really tough. They've won 14 in a row, and they're on the home floor. But I'm going to take Oakville in that game because I think they're more seasoned. And I think I saw Marissa the other night. They were a little tight against Lovejoy, and I think they'll be a little tight tonight, too. Oakville's going to have the experience to get through that one.
All right, let's move on to 4A, and we'll talk about the Breeze Regional and the Freeburg Regional first. East St. Louis in the Breeze Regional. I don't see anybody standing in their way.
No, they're in 3A, and you just look at East St. Louis, you think of them being a 4A team, but they're in 3A, and that's a division really that they should be able to clean up on. They lost last year fairly early in the regional, but I'll take them in this regional.
Yeah,
sure.
and if they make it to, well, I would think they would make it to the championship game, and I'm going to imagine that Mater Dei would be the one they would go up against, and I just think East St. Louis has too much for Mater Dei.
Yeah, last year I think East St. Louis lost to Marion, I believe, though, in the 3A sectional down in Centralia, if I'm not mistaken. And so you'll get some really good teams when you get to the sectional, but I think Eastside will go through the regional okay.
Yeah, the Freeburg regional kind of freaks me out. How is Althoff Catholic, the number 2 seed at 15-12, and Heron comes in at 23-4, and they're behind them?
Yeah, I don't know how the seedings went on that. Althoff's a nice team. Heron 23-4. You wonder about their schedule, whether they played anybody as tough as Althoff played. Althoff, they're physical enough and quick enough and athletic enough, and they're improving. So they could win that. They could be the champion of that regional. I don't think they'll be 2 in all of Heron.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the one that interests us the most here in Collinsville. That would be, of course, the regional here at Collinsville, and the other one at Belleville West. I don't see anybody giving Belleville West a problem over there.
Although they haven't finished the season strong. I know they're losing some tight games. They've got the E.J. Liddell injury. To me, Belleville West is really good, but they're missing a guy like Malachi Smith because they don't really have the guy when E.J.'s off to step up that galvanizes that team. Brazil's a fine player at the point, but they don't have a guy like Malachi. And I think they're going to fall a little short, maybe not in the regional, but as we move forward, because if EJ has a tough game, they don't have anybody step up, and EJ's injury is a concern too.
All right, our regional here in Collinsville. Collinsville, of course, has to await the winner of the Granite City-Edwardsville game, but this, to me, has all the makings of I think is going to end up Alton and Collinsville in the championship game.
Third game against between the teams. They've split the first 2, Collinsville losing up there and then winning here. I like Collinsville's chances to win. They'll be here on the floor. Zane Baker will be back. I'll take Collinsville that game. It's going to be tight, though. But last time Collinsville really got down and played defense against them and really controlled the game.
Yeah, especially late.
And I think they'll build up that confidence. I'll take Collinsville in that game. And Collinsville is such a great team. They've lost, 5 games by a total of 17 points.
Yeah.
They'll be ready to play that night.
I hope they're ready to shake off that loss against Belleville East on Tuesday and have a good game here against East St. Louis. How do you see this game shaping up?
Oh, boy, this should be another good one. Collinsville lost on a last-second shot up down at East Side. I think both teams are going to be hungry to go into the postseason on a winning note. This one is a push for me right now. I think it's going to be a 2 or 3 point game. I'm not sure. I can't make a prediction on it. I guess if you push me in the corner and say make a prediction, I'll take Collinsville because they're on the home floor. And, again, I think they're going to be motivated after probably the worst loss of the season.
Yeah, and as we've all found out here recently, firsthand, it is tough to win in the Southwestern Conference on the road.
It is. I mean, this league this year, there have been so many buzzer beaters, it seems like. Teams, the games have been so close. We're talking about Collinsville, but everybody's lost some tough games.
Yeah.
And the buzzer beaters and the tight plays at the end, it's just been a real great year in the league. It's a real top-heavy league, though. You've got some really good teams. Then you've got some teams that aren't so good, although having said that, Belleville East is one of those teams that's not very good, and Belleville East beat Collinsville. So.
All right, before I let you go, let's switch sports real quick. Did you see this Blues turnaround coming at all?
No, I didn't. I don't know if anyone did. I was listening to the game last night coming home from Salem, and they were down 4-2 when I first got in the car. And, you still felt like they could come back. They lost 5-2, of course, 11-game winning streak's over with. But, no, it just came out of nowhere. It looked like before the streak was going, they were having games where they gave up 6-7 goals, and they would have one good game and then 2 bad ones, another good game and another bad one. Nothing consistent. But, boy, they've made up for that, and they're number 4 in the playoff search right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an unbelievable streak in hockey to win 11 in a row. That's amazing. I don't think anyone saw it coming.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to the rest of the year, and I couldn't say that 2 months ago.
No, I think at the end of 2 months ago when we were at the Collinsville tournament, it just looked like it was going to be a wash year for them. You know, the coaching situation wasn't settled, and they couldn't score. They couldn't play defense. And when they did score, they couldn't play defense. So everything was messed up. But, boy, they're on the right path now, man.
That they are. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, Todd, good talking to you as always.
All right, that is Dave Wilhelm. We'll look forward to his story in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch tomorrow and on the website a little bit later on tonight. And we always appreciate him taking his time out of his schedule and spending some moments here with us on the pregame interview. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and fill in the starting rosters for you. We'll do that in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullup Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullup Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullup Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullup Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion, from anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings. Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. I'm Todd Duke. Glad you're with us here on a Friday night, last regular season game of the year for your Collinsville Kahawks and the East St. Louis Flyers. Here are your starting lineups tonight for East St. Louis. Jashawn Anderson, a 5'11" junior, followed on the floor by Richard Robinson, a 6'7" senior, Elijah Rice, a 6'3" senior, Cornelius LaFleur, a 6' senior, and the SLU recruit, Terrence Hargrove Jr., a 6'7" senior. Of course, no Zane Baker tonight for Collinsville. He is still in Florida with a bunch of his Kahawk fellowships, and they're taking part in a leadership seminar and workshop down at Disney. I hear they're supposed to be back sometime tomorrow, so no Zane Baker tonight. Here's what Collinsville's starting lineup looks like. How about Kawan Smith, the 5'9" junior, Rayshawn Taylor, the 6'1" junior, Marshall Harrison, the 6'3" senior, Laurent Zeladini getting the start in place of Zane Baker, the 6'2" junior, for his second start in a row, and Kedrian Jones, the 6'6" junior, rounds out the starting 5 for your Collinsville Kahawks. Collinsville, coached by Darren Lee, he's in his 10th year, 165 wins, 135 losses. That's a good, robust 30 games over 500, considering that he started the year at just 10 games over 500. Mark Chambers is the head coach for East St. Louis. He's in his second year. They went 16-11 last year, and that gives them a 39-16 mark under Mr. Chambers since he took over. The last 10 years, all under Coach Lee against East St. Louis. Kahawks are 3-17 versus the Flyers. 4-17 if you include the playoff win from the 58-50 regional championship game that took place at Belleville West in February of 2015. So that also includes 2 regular season wins and 1 win in the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. That was last year, a 1-point win at 68-67. This coming after Collinsville lost both games last year to East St. Louis. The last win in the regular season over East St. Louis, a 51-42 win, and that came in 2013. And at East St. Louis, you have to go back one more year to January of 2012. That would be 7 years. The last time that Collinsville beat East St. Louis, both home and away games in the regular season, you have to go all the way back to the 01-02 season and the year before that, the 2000-2001 seeded. They did it 2 years in a row. So over the last 20 years, East St. Louis has 29 wins against Collinsville and only 11 losses, plus a 3-1 mark in the playoffs to go 32-12. They started playing, these two schools did, in the 1908-1909 season. Collinsville won that first meeting, by the way, and all-time, Collinsville holds a big advantage over East St. Louis. 150 wins for Collinsville and only 51 wins for East St. Louis. So that means Only 19 wins between 1909 and 1999 for East St. Louis against Collinsville. All the rest of them have come over the last 20 years. So a little bit of interesting tidbit there. More numbers to pass along to you. Collinsville coming in, averaging 66 points a game, while East St. Louis is averaging almost 63. Collinsville a little stingy on the defensive side as well, allowing exactly 47 points per game, while East St. Louis comes in averaging, giving up 51.2 points per game. So advantage in both of those categories goes to Collinsville. How about your leading scorers for Collinsville? That, of course, would be Rayshawn Taylor, 646 points on the year. That, by the way, is the most points in all of the St. Louis metropolitan area for any player in boys high school basketball. Also, 70% free throw shooter is Rayshawn Taylor, and he's not too shabby on the rebounds either. He leads the team in that department as well. 2 more than his 6'6" junior counterpart, Kadrian Jones. Taylor has 169 rebounds and Jones 167. Terrence Hargrove Jr., well, the SLU recruit, he leads his team in points, 463. He's averaging 17.8 a game, and he also leads his team in the rebound department at 231. So he's averaging 8.9 rebounds per game is Hargrove. So he's real close to averaging a double-double, double points and double in rebounds. But we'll hope that he saves that for his collegiate career when he plays across the river at SLU next year. JV, they lost their last game of the year, 62-52. It was a tight game throughout. A couple of occasions, East St. Louis had a 15-point lead, but Collinsville kept clawing back, got it down to within 4 a little bit late in the third quarter, but could never overcome that deficit. So the JV team lost their last game 62-52. Kahawks being introduced to this very nice crowd that has gathered here tonight. Last regular season game on the floor, but of course the regionals are being held here. And that will begin on Monday night, even though Collinsville's first game isn't until Tuesday night. The Monday night game has Granite City taking on Edwardsville at 7 o'clock, and Collinsville will get the winner of that game on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And then Alton will take on Springfield in the nightcap on Tuesday at 7:30. Of course, the winners of both of Tuesday's games will meet for the regional championship right here 1 week from tonight, beginning at 7 o'clock. Those are yours. We're just about ready to go. East St. Louis has already been introduced to this big crowd here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Collinsville Kahawks are being introduced right now. And we are just about ready to go. East St. Louis, of course, will be the visiting team, and they'll be dressed in their road blues. They'll have on their blue uniforms, both tops and bottoms. Their numbers on the fronts and backs will be in the familiar Flyers orange. So will the stripes down the sides of the jerseys and the shorts. East written across the tops of the numbers on the fronts of their jerseys. St. Louis across the bottom. Collinsville, the home team, they're dressed in their home whites. No trim, numbers in purple, and the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys, also in purple. 6'7", Terrence Hargrove in there with 6'6" junior Kadrian Jones for Collinsville. Opening tip-off, ready to go right now, and we are underway. Tip-off won by East St. Louis. As LaFleur brings it up over on the right wing. Takes it back around toward midcourt. Over on the far side now for Anderson. Anderson from the left wing drives it into the perimeter and just outside the lane takes the shot and gets it to fall. So Anderson gets his team off to a 2-0 start. Here comes Collinsville's first crack on offense. Here is Rayshawn Taylor over to Kawan Smith, who gets it to Zeladini. Zeladini back out front now for Taylor. Taylor gives it up for Marshall Harrison. Now Taylor, a three-point shot from the wing, and that one's a little short. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. So Collinsville basically now 0 for their last 18 from beyond the three-point stripe. And now Kadrian Jones is going to pick up the game's first foul. And that'll stop the clock with 7:13 left to play here in this opening quarter. Collinsville went 0 for 17 from the three-point stripe in that game against Belleville East and started off this game 0 for 1. We'll hope that is not a sign of things to come. Here's the three-point shot from Robinson. That was an air ball. Comes right down into the hands of Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor jumps it off to Kadrian Jones, and Jones will head to the free throw line after a foul against Richard Robinson. To the free throw line, Kadrian Jones, 50.6 from the charity stripe this year for young Mr. Jones, and the first one is a miss. Jones saw limited playing time in the second half of Tuesday night's game because he got into foul trouble. Now he hits his second free throw. Collinsville is on the board. 2-1 is our score. 1 minute gone here in this first quarter. Here comes Deshaun Anderson. Anderson brings it up across the timeline, and he'll take it all the way down, and he'll be fouled by Kawan Smith. So Kawan Smith will pick up his first, team second. And it was a shooting foul, so to the free throw line, Deshaun Anderson. Anderson on the year, 57.1% from the free throw line, averaging 6.8 points per game. First one's good. So Anderson has accounted for his team's 3 points. And he's trying to make it 4. And he does. 4-1. Kahawks trail by 3. 6:50 left to play here in this first quarter. Here comes Kawan Smith. Across the timeline with a bounce pass over on the right wing for Rayshawn Taylor. He'll take one from about 7 feet out. Can't get it to go. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. All the way down it goes to Anderson. Spin move in the lane. Kicks it out. 3-point shot coming from the left wing. And nothing but net there for Cornelius LaFleur. 7-1. Kahawks trailing by 6. Here's Kawan Smith. Kahawks looking for their first 2-point field goal. And we're almost 2 minutes in, and there's the first turnover for Collinsville. Goes right into the hands of Hargrove. Now back out on the wing. Cross the way for LaFleur. He'll dribble, he'll drive, he'll pull up, and throw it into the corner. Here comes another 3-point shot. That one skips across the rim, and the rebound is out of bounds. Last touched by Marshall Harrison for Collinsville. 6:03 left to play here in this first quarter. Kahawks still looking for their first field goal. Here is Elijah Rice. Rice from just outside the lane gets called for a charging foul. Rice will pick up his first, and Collinsville will get the ball back. Geladini will throw it in. He'll do so to Kawan Smith. Not a lot of pressure being put on in the backcourt. Here comes Smith breaking it across the timeline. He'll take it over onto the right wing where he'll bounce it to Geladini. Geladini, ball over his head. Cross-court pass, 3-point shot, Marshall Harrison. No good. Rebound belongs to Terrence Hargrove. Here come the Flyers. Hargrove from the free throw line. Takes the shot and sinks it. He's on the board for the first time, and Coach Lee would like to call a timeout. Not a bad time to call one. Let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors. How about Pace Design and Construction in Maryville? Whether you're building a new home or making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call, 618-407-5466, or online, pacedesignconstruct.com. Kahawks trailing by 8 early. Some of the same signs from the Belleville East game showing up here. Most notably, the missed 3-pointers. I know it's only 2 and it's early. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Count the bucket. There's our first 2-pointer. And Taylor will head to the free throw line. Third foul for East St. Louis will be the first foul for Deshaun Anderson. And Rayshawn Taylor with his 70.5% free throw shooting ability will head to the free throw line for the first time here tonight. One shot, and it's in. 9-4. Collinsville trails by 5. Here's Elijah Rice. Rice brings it up over on the right wing, bounces it into the corner for Hargrove. Hargrove through the lane, turns around, takes the shot, gets it to fall. And a foul coming up after the inbound pass was intercepted. And Jones is going to pick up his second. Third team foul, and to the free throw line it is Elijah Rice. He is not too shabby from there on the year, 77.9%. First one's good. Second turnover for Collinsville, and now KJ will head to the bench, and he'll be replaced by the other 6'6" junior, Aaron Moulton. 5:13 left to play here in this first quarter. Elijah Rice at the free throw line. Misses the second one, and there is Moulton with the rebound. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor brings it up over onto the left wing, and now gives to Marshall Harrison. Harrison, one dribble, works it inside. Aaron Moulton lost control of the ball, saves it. Back to Rayshawn Taylor, and he got his face taken off by Jashawn Anderson. That'll be Anderson's second, team fourth, and Geladini will inbound. Trevion Jones, the 6'1" senior, will check into the game for the Flyers, and to the bench will be Jashawn Anderson and his 2 fouls. Geladini inbounds. Rayshawn Taylor for 3. Yes! There you go. That's a way to break the seal on the three-pointer. First one in 20 tries. Here is Rice. Rice on the right wing, now back out to the top of the key for LaFleur, and a whistle will stop the action as we have a foul away from the play. Marshall Harrison will get called for his first. Each team now with 4. And the inbound pass will come in from Elijah Rice. Rice to Hargrove. Hargrove. Right wing, dribbles and drives, loses control of the ball through the lane, but that's because he was fouled. And now Marshall Harrison picks up a quick 2 fouls. And another timeout on the floor by Coach Lee, and I think more than anything, he wanted to jaw with the referee about the quick whistles here. Let's thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on upcoming events going on in our wonderful city. As always, the City of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and they wish all district athletes good luck this sports season. Let's also thank my buddy Peyton Blaylock. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? You can trust the Blaylock team of RE/MAX Alliance with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, they will donate $200 to your favorite Kahok Booster Club. Call Peyton or Emily, his lovely wife, today, 780-4622, or check them out online, www.blaylockteam.com. Here's LaFleur with a high arcing three-point shot after the inbound pass, no good, and another whistle. This one's going to go against LaFleur or East St. Louis. Now each team with 5. They're coming quick and often here. We have 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We've already had 10 fouls called in this game. We're going to set one of those records where we have 50, 25 for each team. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith dribbles, free throw line, backs it out. Here is Geladini. Geladini on the right wing. Heads toward the baseline, stops his dribble, gives to Moulton. Strong move, hook shot, no good. Moulton trying to get his own rebound. It's on the ground, and it is going to be picked up by Marshall Harrison. Geladini from in front of the free throw line, can't get the roll, and this time the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it down, up underneath and in for Richard Robinson. 14-7, Collinsville trailing by 7. We're over halfway through this first quarter. Here is Kawan Smith over to Marshall Harrison to Aaron Moulton, and Aaron Moulton is going to have the ball knocked away from his hands. Knocked out of bounds by Elijah Rice. Collinsville will inbound from underneath of their own basket. It'll be Kawan Smith. Smith to Moulton. Moulton dribbles in the lane. Hargrove knocks it out of his hands. 3:37 left to play here in this first quarter. 14-7 in favor of East St. Louis. Collinsville with the ball, trying to dig into some of that 7-point lead. Inbound pass comes into Rayshawn Taylor. Back into the corner for Smith. Through the lane, Smith outside. Gelladini for three, can't hit it. Rebound belongs to Smith. Collinsville. Gelladini, left wing. Into the left corner for Smith. Smith directs traffic, brings it out of the corner and hands it off to Rayshawn Taylor. Rayshawn bluffs the three, takes it in, baseline, under the basket, gets mugged, and no call. East St. Louis. Here's Rice. Off the glass for three. 16-7. East St. Louis with the lead. 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith on the outside edge for Rayshawn Taylor underneath. Moulton, good move, and good for two. 19-6. Kahawks trail. Here comes Elijah Rice. Rice brings it up across the timeline and surveys things from the right wing. Hargrove in the perimeter will turn around, just take the shot. It rattles home. Hargrove now at 6 points, 18-9. Collinsville has just doubled up 14-7. Now they're doubled up 18-9. Here comes Kawan Smith. Smith, right wing. Almost lost his control with the floor, but didn't. Kept a foot on. Therefore, no call. Here's Rayshawn Taylor, top of the key. He'll give it up now to Gelladini, and back to Taylor it goes. Taylor directs traffic on the left wing for Harrison. Top of the key for Gelladini. To Smith. Shot. Falls in. Juan Smith on the board for the first time tonight. Collinsville back to within 7. Here is LaFleur. He'll drive baseline. Take the off-balance shot, and a whistle. Floor gets a charging call. That's his second charging call. Collinsville will get the ball back with 1:53 left to play here in this first quarter. Here comes Kawan Smith. Smith brings it up across midcourt. Heads for the right wing, cuts it in, free throw line, backs it back out, gives to Gelladini. Gelladini out to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor works his way over to the wing and pulls up his dribble in the perimeter, gives to Moulton just outside the lane, in the paint. Shot good, counted, and the bruise. Kahawks back to within 5, trying to get back to within 4. First foul belonging to Terrence Hargrove, 7th team foul. So we're shooting already for the rest of this first half. And there's still a minute 32 left to go here in this first quarter. Moulton's shot falls a little short. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it back up. Here is Rice. Dumps it off underneath. Nice move. Trevion Jones finishes up. Collinsville down by 7 once again. 20-13. 1:15 left to go here in this first quarter. Here is Gelladini in front of the East St. Louis bench. Free throw line. Handoff. Rayshawn. Shot. Doesn't fall. But foul is going to go against Jabril Olivaria, the 5'10" junior. Picks up his first, team 8th. So it is 1-and-1 time here for Collinsville, and no better player to have up than Rayshawn Taylor. Already 1 for 1 from the charity stripe tonight. Can't miss that one, or can't make that one. That was up for 2 shots, excuse me. Rayshawn hits the second one. And the Flyers bring it up court. Here's Rice. Rice at the top of the key. Gives it up to Hargrove. He'll try a 3 from the wing, and he'll be a little short. Tip, no good. And the second time is by Trevion Jones. Jones now at 4 points, 22-14. And we're going to have a foul call. This one's going to go against Richard Robinson. That'll be his second. Team's 9th. And now it is 1-and-1 time for Rayshawn. Armand Williams, the 6'8 junior, checks into the game for the first time. He was a regular starter during the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Started all but one game in that tournament. Here is Rayshawn Taylor, and he's good on the first. He'll stay for a bonus. Collinsville once again back to within 7. 48.6 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Taylor with another free throw, and he makes both. Here is Olivaria. He'll hand the ball off to Rice. Rice, East St. Louis, looking like they want to play for the last shot here in the first quarter. Rice backs up toward the scorer's bench and then heads to the midcourt circle. Gives it up to Hargrove. Hargrove on the right wing, 25 seconds left. Back to the top of the key, and now over onto the wing for Rice once again. Rice backs his way up into the big purple C and gives to Hargrove. Hargrove, top of the key. He'll drive. He'll get bumped out by Moulton, and Moulton will get called for a foul. That'll be his first, team 6th. Was not a shooting foul, so East St. Louis will inbound. 11.2 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here is Hargrove out front to Rice. Rice back to Hargrove. Hargrove backs up, 5 seconds left. Hargrove will shoot from there. He'll hit it too. And the end of one quarter has East St. Louis up over Collinsville by a score of 25-16. We'll take a break, come back, tell you all about the second quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. 25-16. 9-point lead belongs to East St. Louis after one quarter of play. As we are just about ready for quarter number 2. Collinsville will get the ball first. As Gelladini set to inbound at midcourt. You better hurry up. There's Rayshawn Taylor, who finally breaks and comes towards Gelladini, and it doesn't matter. They throw the ball away anyway. Here is a shot, no good, but the putback is for Elijah Rice. And now we have a player hurt for East St. Louis. That is Jabril Olivaria. He is underneath of his own basket. And looking like he's holding on to that right leg. So an injury on the floor. We'll step aside and take a timeout as well and come back with more in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Olivaria comes off the floor under his own power. We are back underway as Collinsville finds themselves trailing by 11 here Here is Kawan Smith to Geladini. Geladini gives it back to Smith. Smith in the left-hand corner, brings it out. And we'll hand the ball back off to Geladini. Geladini across the way for Marshall Harrison. Harrison, his shot didn't quite make it to the basket. Rebound belongs to Hargrove. And then the ball gets knocked away, and East St. Louis will get to keep it. 7:18 left to play here in this first half. 27-16 in favor of the Flyers of East St. Louis. Two top-ranked teams here. East St. Louis, number 4 in Class 3A. Collinsville, number 9 in Class 4A. Here are the Flyers, and another shot, no good. Tip back, no good, and then the rebound is knocked out of bounds, and Collinsville will get the ball back. Just the third turnover for East St. Louis here in this one. Here comes Kawan Smith. Smith brings the ball up with some speed. Top of the key, backs it up. Over onto the far side for Geladini. Right wing to Rayshawn Taylor, and a hold from behind. Trevion Jones is going to get caught for his first foul. That'll be the 10th team foul for East St. Louis. So Collinsville shooting 2 from here on out. That can only help. Kahoks, by the way, they are 1 foul away from number 7 themselves, putting the Flyers on the line. Rayshawn Taylor, good. Collinsville back to within 10, and Kadrian Jones comes back into the game since the first time midway through the first quarter. Geladini to the bench, so Collinsville has both of their 6'6" juniors out there. And here is the other junior, the 6'1" junior, Rayshawn Taylor. He'll miss that one. Terrence Hargrove with the rebound. And the Flyers bringing the ball up. Here is Rice. Rice from the wing over to the left wing. Now to Hargrove at the free throw line. Into the corner. Oliveria. He'll take it. Can't get it to fall. Rebound picked up by Rayshawn Taylor. And Collinsville brings it down. Here is Smith to Marshall Harrison. Harrison, his little floater won't fall. He'll get the rebound and he'll put it back in. We got to get him the ball more. Marshall Harrison is going to have to be one of the answers here for Collinsville if they want to have a chance to win this game. Here is Jones across the way now, and a three-point shot on the way. That one hits the inside of the rim from King. No good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring the ball back up, trailing by 8. 27-19. 6 minutes to go here in this first half. Here is Kawan Smith. On to the left wing now for Marshall Harrison. Harrison looking to make his move. He does in the perimeter just outside the lane, and that one was put right back into his face by Armand Williams, and now a timeout called by Mark Chambers and East St. Louis. Let's thank Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site. Give Christy a call for a free estimate. Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online, chapmantruckingllc.net. Kahawks, 25 wins this year, most wins in a season by a Kahawk team coached by Coach Lee. Previous best for Coach Lee and his Kahawks, 23-6. That was back in the 2011-2012 season. 5.5 to go here in this first half. 27-19, Flyers with the lead. Here is Hargrove, who throws the ball away but gets it right back and almost got bumped on the play, and now he does. As he heads forward, this one's going to be against Kawan Smith. That'll be his second, team 7th, and that'll send Hargrove to the line for a 1-and-1. Hargrove, his first trip to the free throw line. He's a 65% free throw shooter on the year. He's only taken 143 free throws this year. That's all. Misses. Rebound. belongs to Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith gets it to Harrison. To KJ, free throw line. Smith, good for 2. Collinsville back to within 6. 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Here is Elijah Rice. Rice over onto the wing, and he finds the hands of King. Carlton King takes the ball and gives it up over onto the far side wing, back to Rice. And Rice will take it to the top of the key. He'll be in the slot between the top of the key and the center court circle. Now back to King on the left wing. Around the horn we go, and it ends up with Jones. Trevion Jones from the right wing back over to the left side. And then Jones gets it back now to Hargrove. Hargrove outside the perimeter. Back over in front of the Kahok bench. That is King. And into the corner it goes for Rice. Rice brings it back out. 4:20 left to play here in this first half. Here's a dribble drive by Jones. No good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. And here is Rayshawn Taylor. Hits the bottom of the rim with that one. And then Kawan Smith pokes it right out of Terrence Hargrove's hands. But then Kawan Smith gets busted for doing too many reach-ins. Got too much contact on that last one. That's the 3rd foul for Kawan Smith and the 8th team foul to the free throw line. Carlton King. King on the year, 46.7% from the free throw line. And he misses. There's Rayshawn Taylor with the rebound. And bringing it down. Oh, almost stuffed out of there by Hargrove, but the rebound belongs to Kadrian Jones, and he put it back in for 2. Collinsville's back to within 4 all of a sudden. Here is Elijah Rice. Kicks it into the corner. Big 3-point basket there by Trevion Jones. And back out by 7 are the Flyers. 30-23. 3:40 left to play here in this first half. Here is Kawan Smith for Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up. Harrison outside. KJ steps out of bounds. Geladini ready to check back in. And Kawan Smith with his 3 fouls to the line, or to the bench, excuse me. Inbound pass comes in to Elijah Rice from Terrence Hargrove, from Lamont Williams. And here is Rice, far side, right in front of the Collinsville bench. Back out to the top to Baskin, and now to Hargrove. Hargrove throws the ball away. I think he was expecting Jones to drive the baseline and take a quick pass on the move to the basket, but he never did, and Hargrove's pass went straight into the Collinsville High School cheerleaders. Kahawks down by 7. 3:05 left to play here in this first half. Here is Geladini. Geladini outside the lane to Moulton. Moulton bluffs the move and has it knocked out of bounds by Hargrove. And Hargrove is going to get caught for a foul. That'll be his 2nd. And to the free throw line, it'll be Aaron Moulton shooting 2, because we are way into double bonus here on the Collinsville side of things. Kahawks still have 2 more fouls to give before the Flyers find themselves in double bonus opportunity. Moulton's already been to the line once tonight, 0 for 1. Next one's good, though. Gotta hit these freebies. Jalen Jones, the 6'3" senior, comes into the game for the first time tonight as Moulton hits both of his free throws, and Collinsville back to within 5. Here is Elijah Rice. Rice at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble and gives it up for Baskin. Baskin throws it into the CHS cheering section. That's back-to-back turnovers by East St. Louis that have just been passes way off the mark. Will take it. 5th turnover for East St. Louis to match the 5 for Collinsville. Chance for the Kahawks to get back to within 3, maybe even 2. Here is Kadrian Jones just outside. Top of the key now for Geladini. Geladini backs it up, gives it up to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor Dribbles, drives, free throw line, kicks it out. Smith for three. Oh, scoops out. Rebound being fought for. And it falls right down into the hands of Baskin. He got lucky. He found a gift. And then he throws it away. Baskin trying to find Armand Williams. Same kind of a deal as Hargrove's recent throwaway. And that's 3 bad passes in a row for East St. Louis that has resulted in turnovers. Collinsville needs to take advantage of it. Inside, just outside the lane, KJ backs his way in and has the ball ripped right out of his hands. So 3 turnovers, and Collinsville could only capitalize on 1 of them. And here in the corner is East St. Louis, and kicking it back out, Rice. Hops, skips, jumps, travels. 4 turnovers in a row. Come on, Kahok's got to get some points off of these turnovers. $1:44 left to go here in this first half. Collinsville trailing by 5. Inbound pass will come in from Marshall Harrison to Kawan Smith. The 3 juniors, Moulton, Jones, and Taylor all waiting down here in the offensive zone. 3-point shot, KJ. Oh, falls a little short. Rebound. That belonged for a quick moment to Rayshawn Taylor, and then a big slam dunk on the alley-oop for Armand Williams will make it once again a 7-point contest. 1:22 left to play here in this first half. Kadrian Jones inbounds. Boy, if he could have hit that 3-pointer, that would have been huge. Here is Kawan Smith into the lane, takes the shot, counted for 2. 27 for Collinsville, 32 for East St. Louis. Flyers come down. Ball on the ground as well as the player. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of East St. Louis. 1:04 left to play here in this first half. And a foul? No, he didn't call it a foul. I didn't think so. Here's Rice on the inbound. Gets it all the way back on the wing for Jones. And now back out all the way to midcourt for Rice. 1 minute to go here in this first half. Baskin. Back to Rice. Rice. Jones. Back to Rice. Now over onto the near side. And East St. Louis just playing catch for a while outside of the perimeter, trying to waste as much time as they can. Collinsville not forcing the issue right now, except for Geladini, putting a little pressure on Rice. And now Rice with 30 seconds left. Almost lost the handle on the ball. Flyers up by 5. They give the ball up and then back out to Rice, all the way back out at the scorer's table just to waste some more time. Here is Rice. Bounce pass over onto the wing for Jones. Jones back to Rice. Down to 15 seconds. Jones in front of the Kahok bench. Into the corner. 3-point shot. That one falls a little short. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Floater through the lane. No good. But the tip back is by Jones. And that's going to do it for the first half. East St. Louis up 34 to 27. As we welcome you into the halftime show, brought to you by my good friends at Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape has fantastic food, way too many sides to list, a host of other wonderful menu items besides their great nachos and their awesome burgers. Cafe Agape also offers catering service as well as delivery of some of the best homemade food in the area. Call Cafe Agape today at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. We'll check the internets for some scores, and we'll have the first half stats for you. All that and more coming up on the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, weshipstlouis.com or call 346-4884. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network, where our halftime score is East St. Louis leading by 7 over your Collinsville Kahawks, 34-27. Here is a look at your scoreboard as we find Edwardsville leading Belleville East in boys action 25-18. That's in the second quarter. They're at halftime at Highland as the Highland Bulldogs have a 29-24 lead over the Triad Knights. Halftime also in Alton, O'Fallon in a surprise leading the Alton Redbirds 19-14 at halftime in that contest. And that appears to be all of the basketball that we have for you thus far here on a Friday night. Last game of the regular season in Class 3A and 4A. Of course, 1A and 2A, they're already into their regional championship games. And that brings us into our look at the first half stats here in this one. Only one player in double digits so far, and that is Collinsville's Rayshawn Taylor. He has 10 points, 6 points apiece for Kawan Smith and Aaron Moulton, 3 points for Kadrian Jones, and 2 for Marshall Harrison. Terrence Hargrove Jr. almost into double digits. He'll be there soon enough. 9 points for the SLU recruit, 7 points for Travion Jones, 5 points for Elijah Rice, 4 for Jashawn Anderson, 3 for Cornelius LaFleur, and then 2 points each for Richard Robertson, Armand Williams, and Jalen Jones. Here's a look at your other numbers. Rebounds are dead even at 11 apiece. East St. Louis turned the ball over 7 times compared to 6 for Collinsville. And from the lines, Flyers are 3 of 8 from the three-point stripe, while Collinsville has hit 1 of 5. And from the free throw lines, Collinsville 8 for 12, while East St. Louis is 3 of 6. It was 25-16 after 1 quarter of play. East St. Louis had a 9-point lead, but the Kahawks outscored the Flyers in that second quarter, 11-9, and took 2 points off of that 9-point lead. That's where we stand right now, 34-27, 7-point lead belongs to the Flyers. That's going to do it for the Cafe Agape halftime show. When we return, third quarter action, that'll come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
And once again, welcome back to the broadcast balcony here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I am Todd Duke. Zach Roseman's been on the camera tonight. He's got band duty right now, so he'll be back over here to help us out in just a moment. In the meantime, it's up to me to fly solo. Collinsville will get the ball back to start the second half. Kahawks trail by 7, 34-27. We are underway here in the second half. Inbound pass comes in to Kawan Smith. Smith takes it all the way in front of the scorer's bench and towards his bench, and then farther away from the land of the Kahok bench. Into the corner it goes. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith out to Marshall Harrison for three. Yes! Marshall Harrison. It's Collinsville's second three-pointer of this game. And now another three-point to match for Richard Robinson. And just like that, it's back out to a 6-point. I guess they get only 2 points on that one. And now travel, even though KJ got his foot stepped on. And see, I'm already horrible at this whole camera thing, aren't I? Well, we're going to come back down here now. Deshaun Anderson brings the ball up across the timeline for East St. Louis. He'll hand the ball off to LaFleur. Now back and then to Hargrove. Back over this way now for Rice. Now LaFleur to Rice. Free throw line. He'll try to dump it in, but instead it kicks back out. Three-point shot. No good. Rebound. No good. And the second rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks work the ball back up. Here is Marshall Harrison. Harrison dribbles and drives and has the ball partially blocked. Gets it back off the glass. No good. And the putback is by Kadrian Jones. Here is LaFleur. LaFleur out to Hargrove, who gives it up now for Anderson. Back to LaFleur, three-point shot. That one skips across the rim. No good. Rebound, turn around, and no good on the shot. Going to the free throw line will be Richard Robinson. Rayshawn will pick up his first, team's first, here in the second half. Robinson at the free throw line for the first time tonight. 66.7% free throw shooter is Robinson, and the first one goes in. Five-point lead for East St. Louis. Richard Robinson, the 6'7" senior, ready for his second shot. And that one's good. Kahawks work the ball up. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith in front of the scorer's bench. Top of the key. In the perimeter. And back out over on the right wing. He'll pull up and take a shot from there. That one's good. Kawan Smith picks up another 2 points. Here are three-pointer across the rim, no good. Rebound. That belongs to Marshall Harrison. Collinsville brings the ball back up court. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor cuts it into the lane, takes the shot, swatted out of there by Armand Williams, and a whistle right afterwards. Foul coming up against East St. Louis, and this one's going to be against Cornelius LaFleur. That'll be his third. Team first, each team now with one. Rayshawn Taylor at the free throw line. Can't get the first one to fall in. Five for 7 in the first half for Taylor from the free throw line. Next one, that one does fall in. Taylor's first points here in this second half is bringing Collinsville back to within 3. Here is Deshaun Anderson. Anderson drives, dumps it off to Rice. Rice drives, takes it, and a little alley-oop there, finished up by Richard Robinson. And then Collinsville brings the ball back down. Here is Rayshawn Taylor from the wing. Drives in, takes a shot high off the glass and gets it to fall. 40-37. And a loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith from the free throw line. Good! Collinsville back to within 1. 40-39. Third quarter action. Hargrove from the top of the key, good, but he was in the perimeter. And Hargrove gets those 2 points right back. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith drives in, off balance shot, gets it to go. East St. Louis brings the ball back up court. Here is Rice. 42-41, Collinsville trailing by 1. Rice over on the far side wing. Here comes a three-point shot. That one's an air ball by Deshaun Anderson. And Collinsville will take care of the rebound, or the loose ball anyway. Bring it back up. Here is Marshall Harrison. Harrison in front of his bench to Rayshawn Taylor, and Taylor is ran into by Deshaun Anderson, and Anderson will pick up his third foul. 2 fouls as a team for East St. Louis here in this third quarter. 4:03 left to play in this third quarter. Inbound pass will come in from Aaron Moulton at the end of his bench to Kawan Smith. Smith, top of the key, thought about entering, got blocked out, so it comes back out. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor at the free throw line, almost lost the ball. Harrison for 3, falls a little bit short. Moulton, he collects the rise. Oh, spoke too soon. Rebound, that belongs to East St. Louis. They bring the ball up, and another ball on the ground, and that one is knocked away by Aaron Moulton. And then outside, Rice for 3. That one won't fall, and then the ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay in the hands of East St. Louis. 42-41. Inbound pass comes in to Terrence Hargrove. Hargrove gets it to Rice. Rice takes it out to the left wing and out to the midcourt stripe for Hargrove. Here comes another three-pointer. That one's nothing but net for Travion Jones. That's his second three-pointer of the night. 45-41 in favor of East St. Louis. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith dribbles his way toward the top of the key. Now in the perimeter and then back out. Lost control of the ball. Has to go back and pick it up. He does, and gives it up to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor. He'll have it out over on the right wing. 2:50 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Taylor, and he's fouled. This one's going to go against Travion Jones. That'll be his second, team third. Back to the free throw line, Rayshawn Taylor. 5 of 7 in the first half, 1 for 2 here in the second so far. Collinsville trailing by 4. And good. One more coming for Rayshawn. And that one's good. Gelladini checks back into the game. He'll take the place of Marshall Harrison. There's a kid we need to get going, man. Harrison, 5 points. 2 in the first half. Hit that big three-pointer here in the second half, though. Collinsville is within 2. 2:40 left to play here in this third quarter. Here's Jones, across the way and top of the key. Hargrove for 3. Not going to make it. And there's Gelladini with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks bring the ball back up, looking to tie or take a lead here for the first time tonight. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor from the right wing to the top of the key. Now over onto the left wing. He'll make his move, and Hargrove says not so fast. That ball was stuffed out. And Hargrove and company bring it back up. Here's Rice into the corner. 3-point shot, Jones. That one skips across the rim, but the tip back is good for Richard Robinson. 47-43. Kahawks trail by 4. Under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith from the top of the key over on the left wing. He'll hand it off to Taylor for 3. Yes! Rayshawn Taylor with a big 3-point bucket there. Brings Collinsville back to within 1. 1:40 left to go here in this third quarter. Here is Hargrove. Out to Rice. Has the ball picked off, but Rayshawn couldn't grab it before it went out of bounds. .96 seconds left to play here in this third quarter, and a timeout will be called by East St. Louis. That gives them 3. Each team now with 3 timeouts. Let's go ahead and thank the Collinsville Education Association. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website, collinsvillecea.org. Let's also thank the Junior Service Club of Collinsville. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference, all with fundraisers and projects that help the needy in Collinsville. Next thing coming up for the old Collinsville Junior Service Club is their music trivia night. That will be taking place on Friday, March the 8th. That'll be at the Caseyville Community Center, and if you would like to reserve your table, you can give Joanne a call at 288-2886. Can't get an easier number to remember than that, 288-2886. For more information on that event, you can visit Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and you will find all the information that you need on that trivia night. 47-46, Collinsville trailing by 1 as we are 90 seconds away from the end of quarter number 3. Here is Elijah Rice. Rice at midcourt. Brings it in, free throw line, dumps it off into the corner. Here comes a three-point shot. That one rolls across the rim. Rebound belongs to Rice. And then East St. Louis will set it back up. Hargrove takes it, sinks it, and he's fouled. Foul is against Laurent Gelladini. That'll be his first, team second here in this second half. Hargrove to the free throw line. He's 0 for 1 in this contest from there. His shot, good. Back to a 4-point lead for the Flyers. Here is Gelladini for Collinsville. Gelladini gets the ball up across the line. I'm telling you what, Travion Jones is like a blanket all over Rayshawn Taylor, even when Taylor doesn't have the ball. Here's Marshall Harrison, almost got tripped up at the top of the key, gives it up, and at the free throw line, Gelladini makes a move, takes the shot, good for 2. Gelladini on the board for the first time tonight, brings Collinsville back to within 2. 45 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Here comes Rice. Elijah Rice for East St. Louis across the timeline, gets it over on the far side wing for Robinson. Robinson back out for Rice. East St. Louis looking like they want to play for the final shot here in this third quarter. Here is Rice at midcourt with 25 seconds left in this third quarter. Rice stands there with the ball. I think there should be a rule against that too. Bounce pass over to Robinson, back to Rice, around the horn. Hargrove takes the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Robinson, into the corner, at the buzzer, no good. After 3 quarters of play in the books, Collinsville has closed the gap. It's a 2-point lead for the Flyers, 50-48, and we are back with the all-important fourth quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Collinsville High School. We're at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Fourth quarter is underway. Collinsville trails by 2. Here's East St. Louis with the ball, and it is Rice. Now out to Williams. Now top of the key for Anderson. He drives in. No room there, so he kicks it back out to Robinson. He'll try a three-point shot, and he'll hit it. Second three-point shot tonight hit by Robinson, and it's back to a 5-point lead now for East St. Louis. Collinsville outscored the Flyers 21-16 in that third quarter. Do that again, we'll win this game. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor, top of the key for 3. Yeah! Rayshawn Taylor nails a three-pointer to bring his team back to within 2. Here's Rice. Over to Anderson. Anderson dribbles with the left hand, and Rayshawn is going to get called for a foul. That'll be his second. Each team now with 3. Just underway here in this fourth quarter. 7:11 to go. Inbound pass will come in from Anderson into the backcourt for Elijah Rice. Rice brings the ball up and then hands the ball off to Anderson. Anderson enters the perimeter, takes the off-balance shot, can't get it to go. Rayshawn Taylor there with the rebound for Collinsville. Taylor trying to fight off his defender, takes the shot, and down Taylor goes. A foul going to be called against Terrence Hargrove, and we just hope that Taylor is all right as he crumples down on the ground. That'll be the third on Hargrove, and we need to hope that Rayshawn is okay. He is kicking both of his feet, so he appears that his extremities are working. Took a little bit of a hard fall, maybe landed right on his backside. And he gets off and walks off underneath his own power, and he's not even going to walk off. He's going to stay in the game. Fourth foul as a team for East St. Louis. It was a shooting foul, should have been a shooting foul. They're going to say it's not. No, it is. Well, running the referee and Coach Lee still talking about things. I mean, Rayshawn tried the shot. He didn't jump. He tried to maneuver and do the underhand scoop shot and was fouled in the process. So it should be a shooting foul, and they're setting up down there like it's a shooting foul. If it's not, you're going to hear a big moan from the crowd. They're gonna take Rayshawn out of the game. That's what the discussion was. He got injured, so he has to come out. When the athletic trainer comes out, he has to come out. So they'll bring in Geladini to take his place at the free throw line. Geladini has not had a trip to the free throw line here in this one, and he misses the first one, 82.4% as a varsity player. Spends most of his time on the JV team, so only 14 of 17 coming in. Now 14 of 18, and Rayshawn is ready to check back in after this next shot by Geladini. Laurent would like to get his team within 1. He can't. Rebound belongs to the Flyers, and here comes Rice. So now Rayshawn will have to wait at the scorer's table for his next opportunity, unless Coach Lee wants to burn a timeout. Each team with only 3 of those left. Here is Jashawn Anderson. Anderson dribbles and throws it up over on the far side for LaFleur. Three-point shot, rattles, won't fall. Kadrian Jones with the rebound for Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith, trapped in the backcourt in a double team. Gets it across the line to Geladini. Geladini at the free throw line, gives it back to Smith. Smith dribbles, left hand, kicks it into the corner. Marshall Harrison for 3, hits the inside of the rim, no good. And the rebound belongs to Aaron Moulton. He'll put it back up, still can't get it to go in. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. And we'll bring it back the other way. Kahawks trail by 2. Rayshawn Taylor does come back into the game. Kawan Smith to the bench. 6:08 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Jashawn Anderson. Anderson will bring it up leisurely across the timeline. With 2 minutes gone here in this fourth quarter. No look pass to the free throw line for Robinson. Now into the corner for LaFleur. He'll drive baseline, gets cut off, and then a foul coming up. This one's going to go against Aaron Moulton. That'll be his second. Team's fourth, each team now with 4. For LaFleur, his first trip to the free throw line, he is not too shabby himself, 86.3. No good on that one. That's why I said it. Usually when I say, oh, he's golden at the free throw line, they'll miss. Or when I say the opposite, oh, he's horrible at the free throw line, he'll make 3 of them in a row. LaFleur has one more coming his way. That one is no good. And Laurent Gelladini was the only one that went toward the basket after that shot. LaFleur misses both. Golden opportunity for Collinsville to tie or take the lead. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor drives over to the right side, brings it back around to the other side, and then he gets tripped up. No call on that play, huh? Here is Rayshawn, gets the ball back. Weird angle, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Tip back, no good, but he is fouled, and now Rayshawn will head to the line for 2. As Elijah Rice wants to argue his case, he'll pick up his second foul. Team's 5th. And Rayshawn will head to the free throw line to try to tie this thing up. Rayshawn 3 for 4 here in the second half from the free throw line after going 5 of 7 in the first half from there. First one, no good. Did everything but fall in. Hit the front of the rim, rolled around the right side, came out the other side, and never went. Quan Smith checks back into the game. As Rayshawn hits the second, and Collinsville back to within 1. 5:25 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Flyers, and with it is Jones out front for Hargrove. Now to this side to Anderson, back to Hargrove, and all the way around it goes in front of the bench, knocked out of bounds by Gelladini. And East St. Louis will reset their offense right in front of their bench. 5:13 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 53-52, 1-point lead for the Flyers. Inbound pass comes into Rice. Rice from the free throw line gives to Hargrove. He'll try for 3 from the wing. That's no good. And then a rebound. Going to be whistled, and it's going to be a Laurent Gelladini foul. His second. Each team now with 5 fouls. And Marshall Harrison will check back into the game for Gelladini. Inbound pass will come in from underneath of the East St. Louis basket. It'll come in from Anderson all the way back out front to Robinson, who gets it to Rice. Rice, 5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Rice finds Jones, and Jones bounces a pass out to Anderson, top of the key. Now back to Jones into the corner, and now Hargrove just outside has the ball stripped, but well, you know, it falls right down into the hands of Robinson. He puts it back up, and then another foul coming up. Jones will pick up his third. I know that the fouls are even up there on the board. Collinsville has 6, East St. Louis has 5, but it just seems like Collinsville's getting a lot more of the whistles. I don't know why it seems like that. Here's Robinson, who's hit 2 for 2 from the free throw line here in this half. Good. Two-point lead for the Flyers. Collinsville has come to within 1 point a couple of times. Can't get that basket to give them the lead. Kahawks have never led in this game. Robinson trying to make it a 3-point lead. He can't. Rebound comes right down to Elijah Rice's hands, though. That's kind of the way the luck of the bounce has been going here, and now East St. Louis will call a timeout. Let's thank Metro East Roofing and Guttering, locally owned and operated since 1987 by brothers and Kahok alums Tony and Corey Jones. Metro East Roofing and Guttering can help with your roofing, guttering, and siding needs. They're located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville. Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company you know and trust. Give them a call today at 345-5679 for your free estimate. And you can also visit their Facebook page at Metro East Roofing and Guttering. 4:38 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 54-52. East St. Louis with the 2-point lead. Collinsville battling back. Trailed by 9 after 1. Trailed by 7 after 2. Trailed by 2 after 3. And they find themselves still trailing by 2 here as we approach the midway point of this fourth quarter. Here is Hargrove for the Flyers. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson moves around. Kawan Smith takes the shot. Can't get it to go. Kedrian Jones there with the rebound for the Kahawks. Collinsville brings it up. Here's Kawan Smith. Smith gets it across the timeline. Zigzags his way to the top of the key. Now in the right wing, into the perimeter, and back out of the perimeter. He'll hand the ball off in the corner for Marshall Harrison. Harrison gets trapped, gets out of it by the pass to Moulton, and then Moulton travels. I didn't even see him move his feet. LaFleur checks back into the game for the Flyers. Collinsville, every time they get close to taking a lead or tying it up, something happens to take the ball out of their hands. And now the Flyers bring it up once again. LaFleur in front of his own bench. Out to the top of the key for Rice. Rice almost had his pocket picked by Kawan Smith. Now Rice pulls up his dribble. He's trapped and bounces the ball in and then gets it right back to Anderson into the paint. Kicked it back out. Hargrove will back all the way up toward midcourt. There's Elijah Rice. 3.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Rice circles around. Has the ball picked out of his pocket by Kawan Smith. Here comes Collinsville. Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor off the glass. Counted for 2. We are tied. First time since we've been tied since 0-0. Here's Rice. Rice in front of his head coach Mark Chambers. Now out to the top of the key. Over to Anderson, and Anderson gets it back to LaFleur for 3. No good. Rebound. Tipped out. Collinsville. Kawan Smith brings it up. Here is Rayshawn. Underneath. All alone. Oh, baby. Kedrian Jones gives Collinsville their first lead. 56-54. 2:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Elijah Rice. Rice gets the ball over to Anderson. Anderson to LaFleur. Hargrove outside the lane, takes the shot, no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. They're going to give that one to Aaron Moulton. Moulton will pick up his third. In case you were wondering, Moulton, Jones, and Kawan Smith all have 3 for Collinsville. Anderson, Hargrove, and LaFleur all have 3 for East St. Louis. That was the 7th team foul by Collinsville, so 1-and-1 time. But Hargrove is up there shooting 2, trying to tie it. Successful on the first one. Trevion Jones checks back into the game for East St. Louis. Hargrove at the free throw line, looking for one more to tie it up. He does not. KJ with the rebound for Collinsville. 2.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. Here's Kawan Smith. Kahawks lead by 1, 56-55. Here is Kawan Smith across the timeline, in the right wing, into the paint, kicks it out for Aaron Moulton, gives it back to Smith. Smith over to Marshall Harrison. Harrison in front of the scorer's table, gives it back to Kawan Smith. Kawan takes it in from the left wing, off the glass, too high, rebound, KJ put back over the other side, and then a loose ball. A foul called. Marshall Harrison will now pick up his third. Team 8th. And it'll be 1-and-1 time for Hargrove. Hargrove just went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Needs 1 to tie it. If he makes that one, he'll get the bonus. Hargrove ready to go. Good. Chance to give his team back the lead. St. Louis University recruit Terrence Hargrove Jr. at the free throw line. Next shot on the way. Also good. Flyers back up front by 1. 2:02 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Rayshawn Taylor brings the ball up. Taylor, top of the key, being guarded closely there by Jones. And now a waved off shot. And we're going to have a foul against Travion Jones. That'll be his third. 6th team foul, so one more by the Flyers will send Collinsville to the line. Inbound pass will come in from Rayshawn Taylor. And Taylor gets it into Kawan Smith. Smith on the left wing, takes it to the right wing. Bounce pass just outside the lane. Marshall Harrison, he'll take the shot. Nope, it'll be over. And Kadrian Jones comes up with the loose ball. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Little floater, can't get it to go. Rebound, put back up and in. Rayshawn. Collinsville back up by 1, 58-57. 1:20 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Robinson to Hargrove. Hargrove loses control of the ball. And now they're going to say it was off of a Collinsville player. 1:17 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass will come from underneath of the Flyers basket. It'll come from Elijah Rice. Rice inbounds to Hargrove. Hargrove on the left wing. Out to the front to Anderson. Anderson to the top of the key, free throw line, and into the corner it goes. No good. And the rebound, that belongs to East St. Louis. It came all the way out front. Now another three-point shot from the opposite corner. That one falls a little short. And this time the rebound is whistled dead. Marshall Harrison picks up a foul. That's his 4th. 9th team foul. To the free throw line, Richard Robinson. And Robinson has hit 3 of 4 of his free throws. All of those coming here in the second half. 59.9 seconds to play here in this fourth quarter. Robinson can put his team up by 3. First shot, good. Robinson, one more. It's on the way. No good. Rayshawn Taylor there with the rebound. We're tied at 58. Collinsville could actually play for the win here if they play their cards right. Here is a loose ball. No! No! All the way up. Hargrove is going to slam it home. Get out. I'm sorry, but are they media or school administration? I don't think so. 2-point lead by East St. Louis. Here is Rayshawn Taylor for 3. Oh, won't go. And the rebound on the ground. And we're going to have a foul called against Richard Robinson. His 3rd. 7th team foul, and we need Kadrian Jones to hit the front end to keep himself up there for the back end. Jones 1 for 2 tonight from the charity stripe. This place is loud. KJ, first shot. No, yes it is. Woo! Collinsville back to within 1, 60-59. 26.9 seconds to play here in this fourth quarter. Kadrian Jones has one more free throw coming his way. Needs to hit it to tie it. It's on the way and no good. Rebound, Marshall Harrison to Taylor for 3, no good. Now we have to foul. Man, oh man, oh man. Fourth personal foul for Kadrian Jones. 10th team foul for Collinsville, so shooting 2 from here on out will be the Flyers. And at the free throw line, Richard Robinson. Robinson just went 1 for 2 from there just a moment ago. Only 20 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. No good. So the worst that can happen is he hits this one and the Kahawks are down by 2. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside and take a timeout as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Todd Duke and Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 1 point lead for the East St. Louis Flyers. 60-59. We have exactly 20 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Boy, oh boy, if Rayshon could have just hit that three-pointer there on that wing. Free throw line, Richard Robinson has 1 shot left coming his way. The best he can do is give his team a 2-point lead. Robinson ready to go, so's the crowd. Shot on the way, no good. Geladini with the rebound. Collinsville with a chance to win it here. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith flies across the timeline, spins, gives to Geladini. 10 seconds left to Rayshon Taylor. Taylor, he'll dribble, he'll drive, he'll shoot, he'll score! Rayshon Taylor with 1.4 seconds left. We are not taking a timeout. I wouldn't go anywhere and take a chance on being in a commercial when play resumes. It is a 60-second timeout. Rayshon Taylor hits a big 2-pointer. He now has 28 points in this game. And none bigger than that one. Well, they're going to put some more time back on the clock. They're going to put 2.5 seconds on the clock with Collinsville up by 1 point, 61-60. Right now, Flyers have only scored 10 points here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville, 13. Flyers led by 2 at the end of 3. Now the Kahawks are up by 1. 2.5 seconds to play. Trying to go out on a high note before both of these teams hit the postseason floor on Tuesday night of next week. All right, well, East St. Louis has to get the ball all the way down the floor. Here is Elijah Rice. He will inbound all the way at the other end of the floor. Rice to Hargrove. Hargrove across the line at the buzzer. No good. Collinsville wins 61-60. Kahawks win their 26th game of the year. Nicely done. As the Kahawks had to come all the way back, did not take a lead until there was about 3 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. 26-5, Collinsville will finish the regular season, and they have not won 26 games in these parts since Virgil Fletcher was the head coach. 1972-73 team went 26-3, and Collinsville finishes the regular year at 26-5. They'll go for win number 27 Tuesday night right here on this floor at 6 o'clock in a regional semifinal game either between Edwardsville or Granite City. Wow, what a win here tonight for Collinsville. Let's bring us in to the Chiropractic Works post-game show. Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call, 343-3602, or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville victorious here tonight over East St. Louis, 61-60. Joining us now on the post-game program is Collinsville assistant head coach Eric Anderson. Never in doubt, was it?
Yeah, never in doubt.
Well, tell me what you thought about that game.
You know, we knew coming in it was going to be a battle. It always comes down to limiting your turnovers and being able to rebound and limiting their transition offense. And you know, they started off on us pretty well. We kind of weathered the storm there. And I thought our kids responded. We did a little bit better job. We went to the zone. I thought that slowed them down a little bit. And we were able to rebound. You know, I'll give our guys credit. They were battling there, and we came up with just enough. You know, it's hard to keep them off the boards completely.
Oh, yeah.
They're good. You know, they're very talented. They're athletic. But I thought our guys battled, and we got just enough to give us a chance. And, you know, came out on the right end of it.
Yep, game-winning shot goes from Rayshawn Taylor. Wouldn't want anybody else handling the ball at that point, would you?
Yeah, he's pretty special. You know, when every time he shoots it, it feels like it's going in, and you know he's not afraid to take any shot. And exactly, that's who we want with the ball at the end.
I think a couple of ice in the veins guys at the free throw line tonight, man. Especially that couple of tough ones down there for KJ at the end.
Yeah, you know, and those we had a nice crowd tonight, you know, and that puts a lot of pressure on you making those free throws, but you know they were able to make some. So
I was gonna write it down when it happened because I was thinking that it was going to be a key turning moment in the game when you guys were still trailing by about 5, I think it was at the time, maybe even less than that, when KJ went for that big three-pointer over there on that right wing in front of the East St. Louis bench, man. If he would have hit that, this place would have been nuts, and I think that would have been it right there. That game would have been over.
You know, they didn't guard him. He was wide open, and he is capable, you know, so he snuck that one in, and he's not going to shoot a lot of them, but, you know, he's kind of been told if he's wide open and they don't guard him, he can go ahead and fire one, so. You know, he's capable. Didn't make that one, though.
We have talked about the quick feet and the quick hands of Kawan Smith. And, boy, did that pay off there late when he stole that ball from Terrence Hargrove down there toward the end.
Yeah, he's scrappy. He's been that way all. He's a catalyst for our team, and he makes us go. And I thought he did a real nice job tonight playing in foul trouble. And that's not easy to do all the time, and especially the way he likes to play. And we kept reminding him, hey, no cheap ones. You know, if you're going to take another foul, you got to earn it. But he did a nice job not getting – he stayed on the floor. You know, and if you remember the first time we played East St. Louis at their place, he fouled out with about 5 minutes to go, and we were up about 8 or 9, and, you know, that was the beginning of the end for us because we started turning it over a little bit, put a lot of pressure on our other guards, and this time he was able to stay on the floor and help us handle the ball, and he relieved a lot of pressure from us.
After KJ went out early because he got into early foul trouble, I thought Moulton came in and did a fabulous job.
Yeah, Moulton came in and battled. He's a big, strong horse down there, and he was throwing his weight around a little bit. And I thought, you know, we drew some fouls on them and had them in a little bit of foul trouble. And, you know, I think that helped us win the game, getting some of those guys off the court a little bit.
All right, so how big – I mean, this is always, you know, you beat East St. Louis. It's always a big thing. It's always a big deal here in Collinsville. But how big is this heading into next week's postseason? You did not want to go into that with a 3-game losing streak.
No, we didn't. You know, and if we did, you know, we could deal with it. But, yeah, ideally we want to get a win, get a little momentum going. And we keep telling our kids the biggest game of the year is Tuesday. You know, that, and we don't even know who we play yet.
Right, yeah.
You know, but that's the biggest game. We can't overlook anybody here. From here on out, you lose, you're done. You know, we can't have a night where we don't come ready to play, you know, like it's like a Belleville East type game. I mean, we got to come ready to play against – because everybody's going to be capable of beating you. So,
man, and we started off the night, I think, 0 for our first 3 on our 3-point shots. I'm like, please don't let this continue from Tuesday night.
Right, yeah. And a big part of it, too, you know, Ray hasn't shot it real well. He's a scorer, and that's just one part of his game. He's still able to score for us even when he's off, and that's what makes him special. But it sure helps when he's in a rhythm and finding the range from three-point land. And he finally knocked down some tonight.
Yeah. All right, talk to us a little bit about your JV team. I know they lost tonight, but that was their last game of the year. There is no postseason for JV. So what does the future of our Collinsville Kahawks look like?
I think the future's pretty bright. You know, some guys got some valuable minutes. We had some young sophomores up. We kept our freshmen together this year to let them kind of get used to playing together. A lot of those guys will be up JV next year for sure. They got a nice group down there. They won the freshman tournament. BD St. Louis, at their place. They hosted, so that was a great job by our freshmen and our coaching staff.
And
there.
these are a lot of the guys that won the championship last year at the middle school. So this is a good group of kids coming in.
They are a good group of kids coming, and we mix them in. You know, that's that freshman-sophomore group. When we combine them, they're going to be pretty good in a couple years. So the future's bright. You know, we just got to keep getting better and keep working.
All right, so talk to us about Tuesday. I know we already mentioned that we don't know who we play. So how do you even get ready for a game like that? You're going to have to wait till Monday night to find out who you're playing. That doesn't give you any time to game plan.
Right, yeah. We're gonna take tomorrow off. We'll come back Sunday. We'll get a practice in, and then we'll practice Monday after school. There's some things we can practice just on our end, get better, that we can run no matter who we play. And then we've seen both teams. We played Edwardsville twice. We played Granite City. So whoever we play, I think we'll have a pretty good scouting report on already. It's just going to be a matter of getting our legs rested, getting ready to go, and coming out with some energy. After they play Monday night, they got to turn around and play Tuesday night. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage.
That's why you want those first-round buys. Thank you very much for the visit, sir.
Right,
Enjoy this victory. We'll talk to you Tuesday.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Eric Anderson, your assistant head coach for your Collinsville Kahawks. They're victorious here tonight, 61-60. Leading scorer in this one was Rayshawn Taylor with 28 points. Besides him, Kawan Smith, the only other Kahawk in double digits with 12 points. After that, 8 for Kadrian Jones, 6 for Aaron Moulton, 5 for Marshall Harrison, and 3 for Laurent Geladini. From the East St. Louis side, they were led in points, of course, by Terrence Hargrove Jr. He scored 19 points, 16 points for Richard Robinson, and then 10 for Travion Jones to round out the double-figure scorers. And then the rest of them, 5 points for Elijah Rice, 4 points for Jashawn Anderson, 3 for Cornelius LaFleur, and 2 for Jalen Jones. Rebound battle was won by Collinsville, 31-21. That was a big-time rebound effort there by Collinsville. Kahawks turned the ball over 10 times compared to the Flyers 9 times. And from the lines, Collinsville hit 14 of 22 free throws, while East St. Louis hit 11 of 21. Collinsville did hit 4 three-pointers in this game as they went 4 for 10. And East St. Louis, they took twice as many three-point shots as Collinsville did. They took 20 and ended up hitting 6 of them. Here's how it went down. Collinsville trailed by 9 points at the end of one quarter of play, but after outscoring the Flyers 11-9 in the second quarter, Collinsville shaved a couple of points off. It was a 7-point deficit for your Kahawks as the two teams went into the locker room. Then they come out of the locker rooms, and Collinsville again outscores the Flyers 21-16 in that third quarter, so they trimmed 5 more points off of that lead, got it down to 2, and then Collinsville outscoring the Flyers 13-10 in that fourth quarter, just enough to squeak out the 1-point victory at 61-60. So that is going to do it for us tonight. Big thank you to Dave Wilhelm for taking time out of his busy schedule and hanging out with us in the pregame show. Big thank you to Zach Roseman, who manned the camera mightily well tonight. You can tell that after my feeble efforts in the opening moments of that second half. So, Zach, we appreciate you more than you could actually imagine. Eric Anderson, big thank you to him, too, for showing up on the post-game show. So, we are finished with regular season winter schedule work. From here on out, we're going to be doing our thing as long as these boys basketball members can do their thing. And that'll be Tuesday night. 6 o'clock start. We'll be on the air around 5:45 with the pregame show. Still don't know who we're playing, Granite City or Edwardsville. They hook up Monday night here at 7 o'clock. Winner of that game will then take on your Kahawks Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Collinsville wins again, 61-60 over East St. Louis. And until Tuesday night, everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.